Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Today is Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. T- um, January 3rd, 2023, and the time is about 4:59 a.m. Wow. I'm just actually awakening, and wow, the news that I'm hearing. Yeah, many of you know I sleep with I have my tablet near me. Um, I turned on a video and was told this football player by the name of Damar Hamlin. Um, he was playing a game, a Monday night game, football game, and there was a tackle. He gets up and then collapses on the field. And the video that I checked his name online to get an update. It was that video was aired 1 hour ago. That it explains what happened. He is in critical condition, so all prayers go out to him and his family for a speedy recovery. Speedy recovery. He's a young guy. He's 24 years old. Boy, horrible, horrible, horrible. Now, what would make now? It's not like I mean, I'm not into football, but I've seen videos with people playing football and really serious looking tackles. If you ask me, this one was just him and another player, and it didn't look complicated. And he gets up right away. He's talking, um, and then just seconds later, you see that it's like he seemed dizzy, and then he collapsed, doesn't get up, and they actually suspended the game. A lot of times with these football games, that they resume playing when someone's hurt, and it's like, yeah. So, good morning, viewer. Good morning. So this one, they suspended the game, and rightly so. This is a 24-year-old man in critical condition. Critical. He had suffered cardiac arrest on the field, and they got his heart going on the field, and then they transported him to the hospital. Yes, please send out your prayers to him that he has a speedy recovery. Now, I wrote in the title, you know, his name, Tate, I forget his full name. Tate, he's was a former um, um, kickboxer, and Kanye. And well, what do they have in common? And that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, I was actually going to talk about Tate yesterday. Tate and Kanye yesterday, or Ye, he's known as Ye now. Um, I'm a type of person that looks for things in common. Like you see a series of events happening, and you wonder what in the world is going on. You know what I'm getting at. What makes Why does certain things happen? And why do certain things happen when other things happen? That's what this video is about. Am I just learning about this football player? Again, I don't play, I mean, I don't watch football, but when I turned on my device today and saw uh, a YouTuber post something, uh, I was curious and I put it on to discover why are these young sports players, what's happening with them, what's happening with them. I heard, boy, it was just yesterday, I think. Didn't Tate discuss something like that in the past? I know when I was listening to a video about him yesterday, and yeah, and Tate also. I'm not into kickboxing, and it's the first time I ever heard of him. I forget his full name, but his last name is Tate. What's going on? Didn't he mention about that? Some people have mentioned about that, and then they get um, canceled on their social media. I think they said there was 69 players last year in 1 year alone. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that uh, in all my time on this world. Never heard of someone of dying on the field. There's something going on, I feel. And they canceled the game yesterday because they know something's up. A young 24-year-old, not really hurt, gets up immediately after the tackle. And this happens. Yeah, see, people are waking up. And these owners of these football teams, they know, hey, there's a risk. There is a risk when something like this happens. A 24-year-old, everything seemed cool, right? What makes this? Remember that some sports people, with 2022, 2021, there were these sports people being coerced about this particular matter of their arm. So you have to be very careful because they might try to, they've pulled my videos in the past and what do you call it? Banned me from uploading for up to 2 weeks. Yeah, they did that to me. So what's going on? See, you see, one thing with truth, you don't have to like the truth, but you have to, respect it. And the truth is wagging in our faces and on the owners of these sports games that their commodity is at risk. They know to continue playing that game would be negligence, severe negligence, if anybody else does the same thing. If they resume that game and someone else collapses, the lawsuits, hey, you continued them playing after someone had cardiac arrest. See, they know it wasn't just an ordinary thing. Because we all saw, they showed what happened. He gets everything was cool, but something happened. And for for sports people to be forced, coerced, about certain types of treatments, even though they're out there prime and healthy, to take something foreign in their body. And then this high incident, I, I, I question, and I'm very, very sad. I'm very sad. In America, who does a lot of sports? Who does a lot of contact sports? Who? It's not prejudice to say so, but we see with the contact sports who dominates in these things, right? And they're forced to do certain types of treatments the past 2 years. And then whammo. Wow. I'm very sad. Very, very sad about all these things. I'm a very sensitive person. And I don't mean to, I want to be sensitive. I think I'm a sensitive person. I'm very sensitive. Um, People may not always agree with me, but when I see patterns, I was a science major in college, and I guess as a science major, you are taught to see things analytically, and you know, society keeps telling you that 1 and 1 is 5. 1 and 1 is 5, right? Like what was happening the past 3 years. They kept telling us that 1 and 1 is 5. And I don't know. I don't know. If I tell them no, it's not. It's 2, and I get shadow banned. They want you to throw out every bit of common sense. Yes, they stopped that game, that football game yesterday, because they know there's liability if they continue and another 20-something-year-old man gets a heart attack. What they call it cardiac arrest. That's what he had. Cardiac arrest. That means the heart actually stopped and they got to get it to pump again, which they did. He's in critical condition. Damar Hamlin. First time I'm ever hearing his name. Again, I don't really follow sports. I found out just moments ago. And yes, I was going to do a video before I went to bed, but got distracted and went to sleep. So, as the title of my video, I hope you guys can hear me okay. This is my early morning voice. So then I started, yeah, because yes, I was going to do another live stream regarding Tate. I forget his first name. I mean, his full name. But Tate is that guy. Um, he was a kick was that a kickboxer or something? So he was in sports, a really fit looking guy. Yeah, I looked up his name on the internet yesterday. Yeah, I heard about him 2 days ago from a YouTuber that I watch and decided to follow up on him. Because I wonder, well, who's this dude? I don't know who he is. What's the deal about him? And I want to try to tie in all these 3 people. So Tate, they said his name is the most Googled name on the internet. And here it's someone I've never even heard of. Maybe if I was into sports, maybe it'd be different. But his controversy is he says things that upsets the listener, and certain things he might say about women. Again, I've never heard him say anything. I'm just learning about him. Maybe 3 days ago, I learned his name, and it was just yesterday and the day before. I know I looked up something on the internet, but yes, I did most of the research on him. I mean, not a lot, just to find out who he is. Why are people angry with him? I did listen to one of his videos. They said it was his last video. He did like it was an hour and a half video. He's sitting by himself and he's explaining himself, and he seems very well spoken. But as I looked at him, I said, so he sounds so well spoken. He seems to have self discipline. And yeah, he was doing this there was a hand gesture when Tate was arrested. I think it was more than one arrest because there was a report that in August of last year, 2022, he was brought into police custody. And I assume he was released. And then it happens again. Yeah, the report in August, at least it said August, that someone, he used the term swatted him. He was swatted. That means, he explained that term means when someone calls the police and makes accusations like someone's kidnapped, or held ransom, things like that, that you may need a SWAT team. And then they came to his house. There were other people in this, I think a cook, I think an assistant, a woman. It might have been a total of 4 people total. And so all those other people that were with him were considered witnesses. But I think he was let go in August of last year, and then now again. But it turns out he had spoken recently, and a young woman, very, very young woman, got upset about something. And here you go. So, but I looked at him as he was talking. I said, what is he? Well, it turns out that Tate, the the sports guy. Wow, he's a 6'3", about 210 pounds, 205 pounds. I was like 205 pounds, muscles. His father was a master chess player. His father is a Black American man, and he has a white British mother. I said, that's what it is. Okay, so he's a Black man. Okay, so that's the second thing. And so this Tate, he's being taught, he was living in Romania, the country of Romania in Europe, for these alleged activities. I remember before I had to call the police for a break-in. My place had gotten broken in. I saw the man on the porch, broken on the porch. And they didn't send the police. Yeah. Why is that? But someone could make an accusation about somebody else and you get a SWAT team. Man. Maybe it's the things that are being said that see, reality is subjective. I mean, what I mean by that? I mean that what makes something happen to one person versus another is who you are. Who are you? And depending upon who you are, is how they're going to handle the situation. Identical situations, let's say. Person A and person B has an event that happens, but how others are going to respond is based on what you are or who you are. So, who is Tate? He's a light skinned black man, an intelligent light skinned black man who makes a lot of money. And he speaks words that offends people. See, if someone offends you, I just wouldn't watch them. If it's something that's solely on your control, if you have the control to turn on or turn off a television set or your computer, etc., do so, right? You got people out. I mean, I live in an area that is plagued with crime and weirdos. And you know, the police do not take care of business. They let these creeps go. A groper and someone that punched me in my chest. I could have had cardiac arrest. That happened in 2021, the physical assault I had. And the cop is yelling at me. I'm the one that brought the cops to the scene. And then the cop called for backup to apprehend the assailant of me. And when I explained to the cop in charge what happened, and said I want to press charges on that woman, he gets angry at me. And I know that if I continue to push the issue, that I think he would have arrested me. You heard right, people. It's not about what happened, it's about who it happened to. The who. I'm a no one in these people's eyes, right? Doesn't matter. I have my master's degree. Doesn't mean a damn thing. I could have had a doctorate. I could have been the inventor of some device that cures all ills. They don't care. They don't care of who certain people are. And that's really interesting because, wow. So that's Tate. So again, I don't really know much about Mr. Tate, but I thought was interesting his heritage. He has a highly intelligent father. Yeah, his father passed away, I think they said in 2015. He's a young guy. His father was not that much older than me. He was 4 years older than me, his father. Um, his mother is alive. Okay. So you see, that they want to, yeah, and Tate did a video that was aired, and he indicated certain things that happen, about when you speak out on matter. He was speaking out on the system. He was speaking out on the system. And he said, what can happen? Oh, is that they slander you, they arrest you, and then the last step is like in three stages of warnings. So yes, he was warned. Now, how could something like this? Yeah. So So that's what happened to him. He's in custody. He'd be in custody for about 30 days. But I just thought it was interesting. It was very suspicious, in my opinion. People say a lot of things, but to arrest, yeah, oh, that's right. They're arresting him because he allegedly did these things, unthinkable things to a woman. So I'm seeing a pattern because I knew when I looked at him, I said, this guy looks different. What's different about him? Because looking at his face, he just seemed very, very different. And you hear the same thing. You hear some about women and this, that. Again, I'm not, again, I don't know whether he did or didn't do what they allege, but I'm just seeing a pattern. That's all I'm saying. I'm a pattern person. If he did the allegations, then he should, be prosecuted for that crime. Okay. Now, then the last person I had here on the list was Kanye, also known as, he changed his name. Now he's known as Ye. And remember, we were hearing things about him about a month ago, but now you don't hear anything. So it's like they take their time and they'll select certain people for you to hear in the media. They don't actually have them simultaneously, but back to back. So a month and a half ago, they had Ye. And he was, again, Ye's a black man. And he was speaking boldly also. He was exposing certain matters. And look what happened. They discredit you. Yeah. And that's what's also happened with Tate. He's been discredited. His reputation. And the tactic that they're using, okay, with Kanye, well, again, he had a wife, a divorce, the taking away of the kids, mental health. I see a pattern. And I see a pattern when, all three are black men. But it was the latter two that I was going to talk about yesterday. The latter two, Tate and Kanye. It's like all three are black men, all men of black heritage, all American. And when it's like being the poster child in this country, in the United States of America, it's like being a poster child. That they raise you up in greatness if you are able to make the establishment money. They'll get you a wife. They might even present you a wife to have for your very own, right? And then they use those same women to destroy you, to make accusations, right? Didn't Kanye's wife make accusations and couldn't get access to visit his children? And Tate, a woman, made allegations. Again, I'm not in their room. I don't know these people. And if any woman is being abused by anybody, I don't want that. I speak out for women. I always have. I've always spoke out. But sometimes when you speak out, you're not appreciated. The people that you love want to protect, may not want to, they may not appreciate it. Even in the scriptures, it says, I'm paraphrasing, be wary of you uh, throwing your pearls to swine because they could trample the pearls and then come after you. They raise you up in the eyes of others in this country as like a to make you feel a certain way. They want you riding high, feeling okay. And then something happens. OJ, remember him? Same thing, OJ. And I think nothing beat what happened with OJ. That was the very pronounced, that event, the Bronco chase. It wasn't even a chase, it was an escort. But I mean, but that was like the first major hit. And again, it was a woman that was in the center of all this attention. And again, condolences to that woman because she and the waiter were victimized. And it's very suspicious, the whole thing with brother, how could I'm sorry, I'm just distracted right now. I'm sorry, I apologize. But it's very suspicious. So the trending with all these people, oh yeah, OJ, that it seems like if you don't play the game how they want you to play it, if you don't play the game how they want you to play it, they do certain things. And it seems like in America, how to stop a black man or mixed race guy, get a woman. Get a woman. That is the number one tactic in this country, it seems, if you want to ruin a black man or mixed race fellow like Tate. It seems like a common denominator. I'm just noticing trends, whether the actual thing happened or not. See, if someone really, if someone, a woman, is victimized, and if it's true, the person should be prosecuted for that crime. But I'm just noticing that that is the tool that they use in our country. If they can't get you to shut up, or if they can't get you to play the game how they want you to play it, they'll discredit you. They'll call you misogynist, or they call you crazy. They'll come after your finances. They're trying to get you admitted in a hospital. Is that freedom, people? Is that freedom? So, again, I did add the Damar Hamlin in this discussion. Again, I just learned it from moments ago. Here, a young black player, he's in critical condition, but I added him in this conversation because isn't the story, now we don't, now again, he had cardiac arrest. What's causing it? See, remember, as I mentioned, see, if you don't play the game how you want to, even collectively, weren't all the ball players supposed to get this particular thing in their arm? If you don't get the thing in your arm, you can't play, right? It'd be very interesting if he had that thing in his arm, if you know what I mean. You have to be very careful. Yeah, so even with this, the past 2.5, oh, not 3 years, that if you don't play the game how they want you to, you can't play at all. And I think that's very spooky. These are spooky times, but this is a wake up call. Because, see, the common denominator to me, with, at least with regard to Tate and Kanye, both men, bold men, see, they want men in America, they want, especially the black man, whether you're dark skin, light skin, mixed race, you're a black dude, period, right? They don't want to promote the alpha male. If you're an alpha male, a straight male, a male that likes women, have a normal interest in women, you are called certain names. Look at television. Who are they promoting out there on television? Who are they promoting those commercials? Who are they? Do they ever show a straight black male with a straight black female counterpart enjoying life together? Hardly, hardly. And I think it's sad. It's a mind control. It's playing mind games. They don't want us to form unions. They want you to form a union with who they want you to, for whatever reason. They want to disempower you. And so they'll show a young, vibrant black man like Damar, Hamlin, and that this is what could happen to you and put you in check, to put you in fear. And I think that's why it was showed like this. Yeah, they know, these scientists who devise these medicines for people to take, these cocktails for people to take, they know basically what could happen. And they know basically over time who's going to react to these social engineering in medicine. They basically know what's going to happen. And it's just, in time. In time. Isn't this something? Remember in 2020, who was the person was it 2020? In January, I think, yeah, I think it was January 2020. Who was the first person there? Wasn't it that guy? Oh, what's his name? He was a basketball player, and he died in a helicopter accident. What's his name? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But I'm sure many of you know who I'm talking about. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant with his daughter and other staff members. Yeah. And it was very suspicious. Very suspicious, the conditions there. It's like they're letting you know, people, this is January, and they're letting you know there's stuff ahead. And the fact that this poor young man, Damar Hamlin, it's just, this thing happened yesterday, January 2. January 2nd, that this happened. So they have something for us for 2023. Because see the intensity, the intensity of all this happening so soon is letting you know there's some poo-poo going to be happening this year. So they're priming us, priming the vulnerability of the black man, the black family. But what I'm saying is this. I'm saying that, they may try to frighten the black community, making the black man and the black family feeling vulnerable, but don't feel vulnerable. See, they have to do so much just to pull us down. We are a remarkable people. That's the word I want to let you know. We are a remarkable people. We are a strong people, mentally and physically. And they have to do so much to us just to hold us down. I said, this is more reason why you should actually love yourself. You are the envy of the planet. The envy of the planet. You are hated by many because they're jealous of our natural beauty. But they've convinced many of us that we are ugly. We're not ugly, we are beautiful. We are a beautiful race who have been deceived by ugly people. Ugly is what ugly does, right? Believe how beautiful you really are this 2023. Today is January 3rd, 2023. And it should be a wake-up call how special we really are. We are beautiful, strong people who's been attacked. But we're not the only ones going to be attacked. It's going to be global. It's a global attack that's going to happen. But see, they're setting up the arena. Don't be afraid. And I tell that to myself now. Do not be afraid. Because, see, people may be able to hurt the body, but your soul continues upon death. You are eternal. You are an eternal spirit person. You are spiritual. I say, with this event, yes, please pray for the recovery of Damar Hamlin, that he recover fully, and for us to take matters and control over our health. See, these past 3 years now was designed to take over. They want to take over our bodies. They're doing social engineering. But I say, take control over your health. Become your physician. You should be your primary care physician. You should be your primary care physician in eating well, getting the right rest you need, taking supplements if you need them to strengthen and heal your body, or your herbs, I should say. Things in nature. We are a nature people. Get back out there in nature. Walk. You have family? If it's safe to do so, why don't you take a nice walk to the park or something like that? Pray together if whatever word belief system you have. Come together as a family. Drink your water, clean water, and start noticing what's going on around you. Does it look bizarre out there what's happening where you live? Especially if you're a member of the black race. Do you see weird things? Have your officials accountable for the things that you know that's going on. Seeing tons of drug addicts and drug dealers, garbage thrown on the floor. And it's supposed to be about health, right? So why aren't they cleaning up the streets? Because they want you to live in filth. Start speaking out. Start speaking out. You see them put in this age inappropriate material to your little children. You better tell them to cut it out. Cut it out. They don't want you to have your alpha male fathers in the picture speaking truth, defending his family. They don't want to promote that. They want to promote soy boy out there. They want to promote the soy boy and destroy the families. And again, it's not just black families. Ultimately, they want every family. But in particular, they want to get rid of your family. They want to redesign your family for their benefit. Start waking up. Start maybe going to your officials. Hey, get these drug dealers, get this filth out of our neighborhood. And somehow learn how to. I'm not a violent person. I don't like GUNS. I don't like those things. I don't even want to touch it. But you have a right to defend yourself. You have a right to defend yourself. And then making it that if you defend yourself, that they want to arrest you. Well, wake up call. Wake up call, people. Start talking to your officials where you live. Get rid of these nasty people who are working your school system who want to sexualize your children. And having soy boy be the teacher and to do horrible things to your children. Yeah, this is a wake-up call. See, they don't want you to assert yourself and make common sense. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Share this video with friends, family members. Give me the thumbs up. And should you want to support this channel, you can do so by PayPaling me. To do so, just go to my channel, Spirit Journey. And on the top right of the banner of my channel, you'll see my PayPal me link. Click on the link and follow the prompt. Any amount would be greatly appreciated, and I thank you all in advance for doing so. Peace, love, and joy this new year. May it be a bright, prosperous, and safe one for you all, okay? Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.